My dad took me to this dentist friend of his. He was a school batchmate of my dad. I just finished graduating from college, went back to Kolkata, packed all my bags, went back, and he just wanted to invite and check in how was my 5 years experience, what is my upcoming plan, and all that. He took me to his clinic. In the clinic, there was one guy who had just been treated, little bit of work and all, and he said, "Why don't you go and finish off the scaling?" I said, "Of course, why not? I mean, I had learned how to clean the teeth. Scaling is pretty much the process of cleaning the teeth." While I was going in, wearing my gloves and kit and sitting down, I overheard my dad's friend say that this guy, no, he will just keep coming and he will not even go for any of his treatment plans. I'm telling him repeatedly that the tooth that he has, which needs to be restored, but he wants to completely take out all the teeth. I mean, I don't even understand how to convince him. Now, for you all, as in the people who are not so aware about the concept of the teeth, usually when a teeth has any form of a decay, either you fill it if it's become too bad, but the tooth can be saved, then the inner stuff, it's called the root canal therapy, the whole root is cleaned and then filled in. Only and only if the tooth cannot be saved at all, only then extraction, which is removing the tooth, is recommended. Even if the tooth is removed, it's always suggested to replace the tooth with an implant, which is an artificial teeth, which is, according to the dental implant science, is far better than your own natural tooth. So while I went there and I was doing his scaling, I just got to know a little bit about his story. Where is he from? What does he do and all. Within a couple of minutes, the man who just wanted to extract the tooth with by paying 100 rupees, he confirmed an advance payment of 15,000 Indian national rupees for his scaling, for his extraction, for his artificial tooth replacement, including one implant. The total bill turned out to be 64,000 rupees. My dad's friend, the doctor, he came up and he's asking me, how did you make that? How did you do it? That is what we are going to cover here. You might be thinking I want to teach you selling and convincing and negotiation and all of those things, but no. Even before I talk, we will talk about it in one of the future episodes. Today, I want to talk to you about the body language because that is what speaks 70 to 80% of whatever it is that you want to share. And there are some very, very important things which a lot of people have kept on asking me. I remember a couple of my mentors also. Suryadeep, the way you praise it, at times it feels like you're overdoing it, but it just feels good also. It feels too good to be true, but whoever hears it, it makes them feel special. How do you do it? Or the way you look at us, the way you smile, the way you're always so energetic and vibrant, anyone around you will immediately light up. How is that possible? So I just thought today's episode, let me decode all of that and let me answer this, all these people once and for all. So it begins with the foundation of whatever body language is. And you have to understand that for me, I learned all about body language during my dating days in college. So I used to use this multiple social media platforms. I still remember Hike Messenger, Viber. There was OkCupid, there was Bumble, Tinder, all these multiple dating apps. I think ManyChat, WeChat. There's so many different platforms. I completely lost account as well. Over there, I would meet people, and I would ensure that the meeting either turns into a video call or an in-person meetup. I'm so proud to share that every single person with whom I met, every soul that I met with, not even one of them felt any form of discomfort around me. I've been physically intimate with quite a few of them as well. Every single time it all started with respect, and I heard this from them. I feel safe when I'm around you. I feel like You create a safe space for me where I can just be myself. Thank you so much, Suryadeep, for not judging me when I was vulnerable. And if I have to just decode all of the things that I practiced, which I do so to this day with respect to anyone, whether it's my office colleague, my friends, my family, I always create that safe space for them so that they can just be who they really are. And that's what we all need as human beings, isn't it? So your body is the first impression that creates that space for them, as in your audience, the people you're talking to. Now, keeping this as a foundation, let's understand the important pillars of powerful body language. The first is posture. So we're going to do this exercise together, okay? Just crunch your body like this. Your head down, hands completely, the shoulders crunched to the shoulder. How is this making you feel? Okay. Now open up, chest out. You can raise your hand like this if it's possible. I think the camera is going to cut off, but I'll still try to expand as much as possible. Okay. How is this making you feel? Which of these two made you feel more powerful? And yet, oftentimes, whenever we meet someone new, aren't we crunched out? And then we feel like, oh, there's the people don't really feel the connection with me. So, second one, what if I'm speaking to you all the way throughout like this? We are going to talk about body language. Some very, very interesting stuff about body language we're going to talk about. How is it making you feel? This is a sign of complete disinterest. Also, whenever I'm trying to share something important, if I come, okay, I'll keep this down and I come near to you and I speak to you, what does that give you an hint or indication of? Maybe I'm sharing something important, or if I just like that come in, you'll probably be surprised. Now, as you continue practicing these little things, you will begin to realize that your shoulders, your hands, your arms, all of these things exudes your body language. And this happens all the time whenever you speak. It's not so easy for people, honestly, I'll tell you. It's not that easy. But at the end of the day, the best way to get a head start would be the demo that we just did, closing your hands versus an open posture. When you just practice this, all the other things falls naturally. Body language is one aspect which obviously I give you a teaser of it, but it's something that we've been practicing consciously or unconsciously. The second will be your gestures. So you have your hands, you have your face, all of those things. At the end of the day, you have to understand that when your hands complement every single time you are speaking, it just adds a very, very natural element of confidence, which means every single time you speak, whatever it is that you speak gains a lot of weightage while you do so, especially online. If you see right now in this video, my hands are always flowing around. It might get chopped out, but it's trying to prove a point. It's supporting the way that I am structuring my words and sharing them with you. But if I keep my hands stiff or below, a lot of people don't even know what to do with their hands. The easiest thing to do is keep them down or just let it flow as and when you're speaking. Now, having said that, I've always been in a habit where my hands kind of overflew whatever it is that I want to talk about. And I literally had to learn how to calm myself down and calm the hand gestures down. Let it naturally flow if it has to. For you, again, just let it flow. Also, important to understand, for example, hands can also be used to paint a picture. So she was having very, very long, luscious hair, or the way she blushed looking at me, I felt amazing. Now, all of these things, as and when you continue to practice, the best thing that I would always say is whenever you were with your friends, how do you use your hand gestures? That's it. Just feel like you're talking to friends always. Okay. Moving further. The third aspect of body language is eye contact. And this is so important. There's a difference between looking and seeing. I'll give you an example. Below, right now, I'm looking at my laptop screen. I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at the Clara giving me all the notes right now. But what are you feeling? Aren't you feeling that I'm looking down? If I have to look at you, I need to look at the pinhole of the camera, which right now I am. In an online setup, that's mandatory. Whether people are talking to you, a single person or a multiple group of people, whenever you're addressing a group of people, look into the pinhole so that the audience perceives you that you're looking at them. Same thing when you're talking to people on stage, let's just say, try to see how many eyeballs and eye contacts you can grab. The best way to do so is one sentence for one person. And you divide the stage evenly. I've discussed this in some of the previous episodes, the whole aspects of stage choreography. So observe that entire element, and then you will be able to see how beautifully things fall in place. And so many people will walk up to you and tell you, "Oh, did you just look at me? I just felt that you were talking directly to me." That's the impact of eye contact. All right. So the best way to look at it would be your eye contact is like a beautiful Wi-Fi broadband connection. It instantly signals connectivity. Okay. Finally, the this is a very big one, and I have to really demonstrate this to you, and I'm going to go one by one. It's called micro expressions and facial presence. Now, I've heard this from a lot of people. Suryadeep, you are expressive. Some people have all gone into this extent to say that Suryadeep, you're over expressive. Yogeshwari, who's my mentor in public speaking, she used to tell me that your expressions are overpowering whatever it is that you want to share. And guess what? I've tried to curb down as much as possible. But then this is the way that I am, even in real life. I'm always very animated. And that's absolutely okay. So, what we're going to do is to understand this, smiling shouldn't be forced, let it be natural. Because at the end, the audience will always sense the authenticity and will completely catch when it's not true. They'll know it. The second is when you're listening to someone, instead of speaking, when that person is next to you, it's always good to nod. And that's a sign of warmth, that's a sign of empathy, that's a sign of compassion. When you are when someone is sharing anything vulnerable, it's always good to mimic their emotions subtly. If they are crying, you don't cry, keep crying. That they'll slap you and they'll never share anything vulnerable with you. But feel their sorrow, feel their pain, put yourself in their shoe and just empathize. And finally, when you relax your jaw and you relax your eyebrow, that loosens the fear and translates into ease every single time you speak. Let me do that right now. Yeah. Now, as you move forward, slowly, you will begin to realize that your body language, as you start speaking, is a natural response of exactly what it is that you're feeling at that point of time in this moment, right here, right now. So you need to just allow your body to take over one step at a time, step by step. And as you continue to do so, you will begin to realize that you are in control. And when you feel in control, quite necessarily and easily, your audience is also going to feel whatever it is that you're trying to say with command. So the best way to go about it for this particular exercise would be just turn on your camera, take up any topic. Let's just say, how was your day? Just observe yourself talking to someone as if you're talking to a friend. And while you do so, while you're talking to your friend, you just finish the recording, turn down the volume, and just observe the way your face, your eyes, and everything is going on. Just feel whatever you feel as an audience. If you continue this practice over a period of time, you will get so much of value in terms of commanding your presence every single time you speak. And as you do so, people will start to trust you. When people start to trust you, they're going to share their vulnerabilities with you, their pains and challenges with you. And you will be in a perfect position to persuade them to take the right decision, what's best for them. Whether you go ahead with the implant or not really doesn't matter. What matters is whether you are going to smile and your teeth is going to validate the magic that you bring in every single time you speak to anyone. That's what matters. With that, this is Dr. Suryadeep. Love you so much. I'm going to see you in the next episode.